Our last passive diagram is passive 10, which just looks like a passive 9, which is nice. So let's take our active pattern 10, rather, which says, we found Mr. Shockey's quizzes to be a joke. Let's diagram this one. And once again, we're going to do it sort of in its skeletal form. But we know in an active 10, we should have 4 parts. We should have a subject, place for an action verb, a direct object, and then ultimately a noun, which is renaming it. And I can see already that I get to have that groovy little to be. So I'm going to put him here anyway because he's fun to have. Let's add in those extra words. So our subject is we. Let's go green. Our verb is found. Our direct object, let's go pink, is quizzes. And our objective complement, the noun at the very, very end, a color I don't use very often. Let's just do this little nice mint color here. Let's do joke. All right, so we found quizzes to be joke. There we go. So now when I change this over to the passive voice, I know the first thing is I'm going to take that subject and once again, it's almost like a broken record, I'm going to turn them into a prep phrase, a by prep phrase. All right, so I'm going to say by us because the we turns into an us. Second thing I want to do is I want to take that direct object and slide him over to the front. And so I have quizzes is now my new subject. Huzzah! And then I'm going to take my verb and bring them down, but I'm going to increase it by 1. So instead of saying was found, I know that quizzes is my subject. So I'm just going to go ahead and say were found. All right, so I've increased it and made it passive voice. And once again, if that's tough for you, if you need to go back and review what we talked about on Wednesday, or if you need to go back and just practice some of those worksheets and going from active to passive voice, go for that. All right, but we're going to go with quizzes were found by us. And just like in pattern 9, in a passive 9, I've not moved the word joke. And so it stays right where it was. There's a slanted line in front of it. There's a slanted line in front of it. There's a little to be to introduce it. Let's keep that little to be. No one moved. And bring over that beautiful mint color here. And let's put the word joke right there. So we have the quizzes were found to be a joke by us. Once again, as we said in passive 9, in all the passives, you don't have to have that by prep phrase. It's nice to have. You can simply say Mr. Shockey's quizzes were found to be a joke. It just kind of clarifies who actually found these things to be a joke, I guess. And so it was found to be a joke by us would be correct. All right. So this is what a passive 10 looks like. It looks just like a passive 9. All right. I want to practice these. I want to get good at these. This is something that's going to be important for us for our quiz. Okay. That's all. Let's get out of here. Here's this.